Let's have a moment to lie down, and I'll just let everybody come in. You can put your heels on the roller, or if you don't have a roller, put your heels on the floor. Hi girl, oh, I can't wait to see what pretty setting you're in. Curl up, and what you'll do is just feel like your low back's articulating. You're gonna feel like your glutes are active. You're gonna feel like your hamstrings are active. Feel like both hips are even to the ceiling. Yep, and this is getting warmed up. Oh, did you get a hamstring cramp? Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, so you're just taking off the shoes. So curl up and down. Now inhale and exhale. If you can breathe in your nose and breathe out your nose, do that. If that's too difficult, you can also just breathe through the mouth, but think about long, full breaths. So we're working our body, and we're also working our breathing, and we're also working our mind. We're letting go of anything from the past or future be gone. Right now, we're just submerging in our wellness moment. Now, the next time that you're up, you can double check that you're even, and if you feel like you're even, you can do 10 little pulses at the top. They're about 2 inches. Breathe in and out. Now touch the knees together. We'll call it narrow pulses, 10 little pulses here. Let the knees be a little wider than your ankles and do 10 wide pulses here. Let your knees come back in line with your ankle and lower your spine down. Now we're gonna take a hand to feet position so that we stretch your inner thighs. And I also like to add the big toe here, so I'm pulling the big toe away from the second toe, creating space, and even the pinky toe from the fourth if you can. So breathe in. I like a little wiggle here. Inhale. And then exhale to let the legs go a little bit longer. Now your calf ankle is on the roller, or if you're on the floor, your heels are on the floor. Lift up your hips with that micro bent knee and lower with control, so you're never just plopping in class or in life. When you sit in chairs, you sit with your muscles controlling you all the way down. When you go downstairs, you're controlling your legs. You never want to hear that slam. You want to control the muscles on the up and the down. Here we go. Exhale. Now you want to feel glutes and hamstrings here. The back's also working. 3 more. 2 more. Now we're going to be holding ourselves up. So get ready. Hold yourself up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then lower. We're going to do that 2 more times. Here we go. Come up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower. We're going to do it 1 more time. Here we go. Inhale and exhale. Soft knee. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And lower. 1 leg up. Hold on to that hamstring stretch. Now the option is, good Shereen, you read my mind, you can come up, you can add an ab crunch with this. The leg can hover above the roller and the other leg's in the air as a hamstring stretch. So you could do this with an ab crunch or with not, and you can do that with your hand behind your head or not. Inhale. Now we're gonna switch legs, so it's either a hamstring stretch or grab your 2 fingers on the big toe or whatever you can hold, the other leg's in the air. And if you need a neck assist modification, 1 hand can be behind your head. Really stretch the hamstring. We just worked them, didn't we? Nice lift, perfect lift. Good, Shereen. 10, 2, 3. Belly pulls in. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now hands to feet, happy baby for a moment. 10, knees pull down. Inhale. And then let me give you a couple of abs with the supine position. 1 knee bends and 1 knee straightens. So if you'd like a modification, 1 leg goes up more vertical. Another way to add on to this is lift up your shoulder blades and you can crisscross rotation. Yep, crisscross. All those are just layers towards crisscross. Now, if you want more, pull your toes back. You know I like to work the ankles and have healthy feet, so pull those toes back. Spread out the toes if you can. 1 more set of point for 10. Keep using your obliques. And then 1 more set of flex with the feet, the ankles, dorsiflex. Breathe in, inhale, and exhale. Now rest and just hug your legs in for a moment. we're going to go back to either the roller or the floor with the bridge. Now this is going to be single. Single leg works the glute medius. So we'll start with the lifted bridge. If you would like to add on, take one leg up and point the toes. Go all the way down to the floor and then lift up again. Go all the way down and up. The leg in the air is pointed and the knee is long. You're doing a one-legged lift. The hips are level. Now we're going to put that foot down and take your other leg up. It's pointed. Your hips stay level. You go up and down. And 6 and 7 and 8 and 9. Now lower that foot and take your other leg up. We're going to do flexion. So the foot is pulling toes back. And 2 towards your shin. 3, working the ankle. 4, working the glute. 5, 6, this prevents shuffling. 8, 9. Now let that foot down. Take the other leg up and you're going to pull those toes back. So I like to try to spread them here too. Let's work the feet. Breathe in and out. And then lower yourself down. Hug the legs for a moment. Now this is going to be double leg stretch abs. So if you would like to, I'm going to show it in layers. You can lengthen your arms, lengthen your legs, and then hug your shins one more time. Now those of you that want to add on your shoulders, come up and then stretch out. Now, one more possible modification you might enjoy if your neck's an issue is just to put the hands behind the head and then you kind of flap your elbows to knees. Either way, let's add a point and a flex with the feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, good job. Take a little breather. Now, we're going to be doing a different exercise. We're going to take the roller out of the way for a minute. Take the right leg up in the air. Now this is leg circles. We're going to take 8 of one direction. You're trying to get mobility in that hip. You're trying to keep your ribs down, your shoulder blades down. The bigger the range, the harder it is to keep that lumbopelvic stability. Inhale. Now we're going to be going the other direction. So here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now that leg's up in the air and just point and flex it a few times and add an ankle roll about 3 to 5 each way. We want some mobile feet. Breathe in. Let's take that leg down that just worked. Lift the other leg up. Keep your ribs and shoulder blades down as you add on 8 or so circles one way. Shoulders down, breathing fuller than you might be breathing during your day. Inhale. All right, we are going the other way. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, the leg that's up in the air, it can point and flex fully. Spread, point, and you can also add some circles with the ankle and then circles with the other way. Feel that ankle. Breathe in, inhale, and then hug your legs in for a moment. Now this next one is going to be a bicycle. You're on the back, your legs are in the air. So you're going to be doing a circular bicycle. Imagine you're riding a large bike. Now you can take your feet further away from your ribs, which is harder. If you want to add on, you could do a 30-degree crunch, hands behind the head, while you bicycle your legs. Or you could bicycle yourself up to a seated position. Good. Or if you want, there's all these ors and add-ons, but if you want more, you could cross your arms on your chest and disable your arms from helping you. Or hands beside your head like little triangles. Take 2 more. 1 more. And then when you get down, full body stretch. Reach your arms long. Now you can shift through your waist. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now the hands are going to come beside you. Pull your roller in, and if you don't have the roller, you can always use the floor. Curl up, and then you're going to take with the one leg in the air, and we're going to do some leg pulls and really work the ankle. And you guys know I always do things with feet anyway and ankles, but I took another foot CEU course, and it only reinforced how much I want to make sure we keep this area healthy and safe. And don't forget about it. We work it. Now we're going to let that foot down, and we're going to keep the bridge. Left leg, really point, and then really flex. Point your toes, flex. Now the hips are level the whole time. You're breathing fully the whole time. Feel that hamstring stretch at the top. Breathing. 9 and 10. Now let the foot back on the roller, lower down. Now start with your knees bent. This is an option. First option, ab crunch with your feet on the roller. Second option, arms go long. When you come up into a rollover, you extend your legs, and then when you come down, you bend your knees. Inhale and exhale. So there's a pattern, and we know that patterns with exercise is one of the best ways to keep the brain healthy. Breathe in and exhale. 2. All right, one more. Here we go. And 1. And what we'll do next is the opposite. So when you're on your back, send your legs long. Now with your arms overhead, you bend the knees at the same time you come up in the torso. If you would like a modification, bridges are always a great thing to do because it strengthens the glutes and the back. Now 2 more. 1 more. Now, with your head down, you're going to put your legs up in the air and your hands beside your hips. Pretend there's a ribbon between your legs you have to hold on to. Draw a corkscrew, one direction clockwise, one counterclockwise. The bigger your circle, the harder it is. You could add on a pelvis lift, which is abdominals. If you're not kicking your legs to get up there, it's abdominals. All right, try 4 more of the modification or challenge that you need. And take 2 more, guys. Inhale. Up. Up. And then hug. Rest and just rock a little bit. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now this next one is single straight leg stretch. So I'm going to show you a couple ways to do it. Right leg up, left leg hovers, then switch. So I think of a pair of scissors on this. If you want to come up, you can, and use your hand to pull that into a bigger hamstring stretch, unless you need a modification, which would be hand behind the legs. So point, point, flex, flex, point, point, flex, flex. Good. And then come up a 1/2 inch more, Michelle. And yes, that's going to feel harder on your abs, but easier on your neck. You got it. All right, 4, 3, 2, recover. I know we've done a lot. You guys are doing great. Breathe, hug, stretch, relax. Nice job. Whew. Now feet both on the roller or on the floor, curl up. Now once you're up in a hip level position, the option is to lengthen your right toes up to the sky, your right leg. Now a 2-inch pulse 10 times, 10, up and down, 2 with the bridge, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, put that foot down, do that same thing on the other leg points. Now 10, 2, 3, here we go, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That foot comes down, lift the other leg up and pull the toes back. I want to see space between the toes. 10 pulses, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let that foot down. Take your other one up. Pull those toes back and spread them out. Here we go. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the foot. Lower your spine. Right ankle to left thigh. Hip opener. Reach your hands through the window. I like to add a little rock here. 1, 2, yep, that's up to you. 3, 4, 5, 6. You might even add a little ankle roll if you're craving that. Oh, that feels great. That'll help your back too. And then try the other side, ankle to thigh. Reach your hands through. And if you want a little rock, go for it. 10, 2, 3. Hey, Shireen, we lost you on single bridges. I saw the screen froze, but you fixed it. You said, I'm gonna come back inside. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, we're gonna do a little layering here. So both legs up, scissors tiny. That's your first move. If you want it harder, legs bigger. Now we're gonna put the rotation together with this. So if you wanna add on, you can lift up your shoulder blade and head to the opposite straight leg. We're gonna do point, point, flex, flex, point, point, flex, flex, point, point, flex, flex. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then recover. Nice job. Take a little breather. I'm gonna have us do our hands underneath our thighs and come up for a sip. That was good. We've done a fair amount. Let's take a sip. Hot dog, guys. You still have your foam roller, I think, don't you, Shireen? Yeah. So you've got it. Great. So we're going to roll at the back for a moment because then we're going to do swans and it's going to help open up the back. So if you have your foam roller, and I hope you do, take your hands behind your head so you've got a little neck support. Roll out your upper back. You can do it with extension. You can do it with flexion. You can deviate right. And you can deviate left. All right, take about 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, it's hard not to get off that because it feels so good, but we're gonna do some swans with all that new opening. Your roller goes on one side, and you're gonna be belly down on the floor, hands like knives or daggers into the swords into the foam roller. So inhale and lift. Now every time you inhale, you're going to try to lengthen your elbows the whole time. You're going to feel yourself go up. Breathe in. Good. And inhale. All right, you're doing great. Up and up. All right, you're gonna do about 2 more of these dynamic and then let's hold it. So here we go. Hold, breathe, enjoy, try to let the breath help you be there. Everybody looks so good, inhale. Exhale, lower, let's do it again. Inhale, come up. Yep, keep lifting, keep opening. And then exhale, lower, and we're going to do this again. Here we go, up. And then exhale, lower. Now, without your without your foam roller, hands beside your hips. Come on up with your inhale. Lift up your toes. Breathe. Now, if you would like to add, you can do a little flutter as an add-on. Yeah, and then there you go, looking good. Act like my hands are under your shoulders, lifting you up. Recover for just a moment, and then the next add-on is going to be breaststroke. So I'm kind of clearing out my spot. Your arms are really big and wide circles. Every time you sweep your arms around, you do this little lift with your spine. One more add-on possibility, flutter kick your legs. Anytime we do these kind of coordinated memorization patterns with exercise, because there's more blood flow now getting to the brain, So it's better than a crossword puzzle because you're active. So flutter, arms sweep, spine goes up and down. Inhale when you lift up. Now last one. And I want you to, from your hands, I want to give you an option. From here, you could push straight up into down dog. If you don't want to do that or it's too hard, do a child's pose. But if you can, push yourself up, down dog. 10, wherever you are, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now shift, we're going to go back down to belly. If you're in this down dog, you can slowly lower yourself. It's a reverse push-up with control. Here we go. Nice. Once you're down, hands move a little forward and wide. Inhale, lift your back without your hands. Let your hands help you. Exhale, lower. Now let your thighs come up. Lift up your back. Let your hands help you. Lower, and then let your thighs come up. Lift up your back, let your hands help you. Lower, and your thighs come up. Lift your back. Press. So you're doing this dynamic swan. Legs, back, and legs. And hold the upper back. Now, this is your possibility. You can stay up, or if you want to let go once and catch, or if you want to let go and do 3 to 5 without your hands. Your choice. Yeah, sometimes it depends on how nice your mat is. Good, Shereen. Very good. Nice, Michelle. And then, of course, I'm going to give you a choice. Once you're down, either a child's pose or let your hands be beside you, curl your toes under, and push up into a down dog from here. It's up to you. You choose. Or a puppy dog pose is another good pose with the hips in the air. 5, 4, 3, 2. Shift your weight. You're in a plank. Slowly lower yourself down. Reverse. Push up. Once you're down, bow pose. Bend your knees. Hold on to your feet or your ankles. Come on up. Breathe in. Woo. Now you can tell if you worked your quads this weekend. There's a stretch right away. Now the breath helps you. Everybody looks so good. Yeah, let it move you. I love that. Great. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now relax your hands or forearms underneath your head or your cheek. Lengthen one leg by itself up. This is called single hip extension. Alternate without activating your neck if you can. And while keeping your hips steady and not rocking the hips if you can. Lengthen and lift, lengthen and lift. Long, knee, up. Good. So these are critical muscles for back care and back pain prevention. And then you're also going to lift up the legs at the same time and tap the feet together. This is a hamstring and a inner thigh. Your knees are off the floor, but your knees are long. I love it. 5, 4, 3. Now inhale and then exhale. One more child pose or push yourself up into down dog. Here we go. Push and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So that was an effective block. Let's grab another sip. You're doing great. Grab a sip. Do a block of exercises with a theme and grab a sip. And this next one's going to be a little hands and knees. So if you know your knees want more padding, take the time to grab more padding. You're going to do a little cat-cow at first. So this is a really nice one vertebra at a time articulation. You are as young as your spine, and we want to keep the spine mobile and strong. And it's at the center like a hub of a bicycle. So we're going to give it attention. And the spinal position is also influencing mood and breathing. So it's so important. Inhale. Now, if you care to add on, you're welcome to curl your toes, lift your knees, and do the cat-cow into beast. It does have a little stimulus on the wrist though, which is good if we do want a little bit of stimulus. We don't want to totally avoid that, but I don't want you to hurt. So if you need to do it without the knees lifting, then do it. For a moment, come down and pat yourself on the back in a child pose, and so your triceps get a little attention, a stretch. And then you can come back to hands and knees if you would like, and do that cat-cow or the beast, or I want to give 5 down dog, up dog articulations. So please choose which of these articulations you're doing. So if you're coming up into down dog, you'll lift your heels, you'll add your low back, middle back, upper back. Breathe in, tuck your chin, curl up. Middle, lower, lift your heels, lower, middle, up, tuck your chin, upper, middle, lower, and again, lift, inhale, and exhale, and it ought to be about 2 more, inhale, good, strong, and about 1 more. Nice, and then come down to your shins and you're in hands and knee. Now make sure there's enough space behind you. So I'm going to move so I don't kick the wall here. The next one is try to maintain a table. Right arm and left leg stretch, and then let those down, but try to keep your table. In other words, try to keep your hips level. If you would like to make this harder, take your shins off the floor, so no toes and no shins. Keep going. What this does, I know you've seen it if you've ever had back rehab. This is prehab. It makes the multifidus muscle turn on. And those are muscles that if you've ever had low back pain, they turn off. It's a protective mechanism, but then we need to re-energize those muscles, revitalize them. So we're belly pulling in. You want to pull the belly in. Scapular stability. You're teaching your head where to be in alignment, even though gravity's pulling it down. So it's working your neck retractors. This exercise is so good on many levels. Now, if you want to make an add-on, the next time you have your left arm and your right knee out, bend your elbow to knee and then straighten. Do 6 of those. Try to touch your elbow to your knee. No toes, no shin. Good. Should feel like you're losing your balance sometimes. And then 6 on the other, and round and stretch. There's a cup of tea on your hips that wouldn't fall. Stretch. 2. 1 more. Now the next in this series is quadruped Dhanurasana. Pick up the right foot, take your left hand to the right foot or ankle, and push it up. Good, now try to, you can have your shin down on this one since we're focusing more on the stretch. 10, lift, lift, lift. 9, 8, get away from the floor. 7, 5, 3, lower that down and take the other one. Lift up the foot. Hold on to the hand and get that away from the floor. Push away. You don't want to collapse towards the floor. Gravity is pulling you down. You're strong and you're lifting away. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, grab a sip if you would like. That was a short block, but effective, and that helps if you've ever had low back pain. Everybody needs it though. It's great for posture. Good, working hard. You guys are being efficient. This roller, if you would like it for the core plank series, since you got bragged upon, Michelle, and you said it's all because of the planks, that's some people commented on how strong she was, and she said it's from all her planks. So here we go, forearms down, planks work. Now the first one is just to really hold steady. So your shoulder blades are wide, and I like to internally rotate my legs a little if I'm on the roller so it's not on my bone. But otherwise, just hold 10. Yeah. You got it. Catherine, I'm going to do that, so let's do it next. Go forward and back a little. She read my mind. Now, it's just small, but you really keep your abs focused in. Head pulled back. You're not letting your head droop. 4, 3, 2. Recover for a moment. The next one is going to be a inchworm. Now inchworm is where you bend your knees. So if you need a modification, just do the normal plank. But otherwise, you're gonna have the roller a little closer to the knee side of your shin. I like to internally rotate the femurs, bend the knees and go back. 2 and 3, 4, 5, you're strong. 6, let your mind have strong thoughts. 7, strong. 8, 9, and then 10, recover for a moment. And I'll tell you the next beautiful, fun surprise. You're gonna be doing obliques. So your knees are gonna go to the left elbow-ish, and then plank, and then your knees will go to the right elbow. We're gonna do 10 total. It's gonna be great. Here we go, planking. Bend the knees. Now straighten, bend the knees right, bend the knees left, bend the knees right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Hot dog, recover for a moment. In this same series, we're going to be doing a hip hike, which is, yeah, nice. Pat yourself on the back. That's really good. The triceps. You're going to be doing a dolphin, which is like an upside down V. So your forearms are down, your knees, your rollers closer to your knees. Now here we go, lifting up the hips. And then come down to plank. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then bend your knees and recover. You're doing great. I bet you already anticipate what we're doing next. It's going to be a hip lift left, plank, hip lift right. So kind of like a diagonal dolphin. We're going to do 10 total. Here we go, forearms down. From plank, lift your hips up left, go plank, lift your hips up right. Knees long, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and recover. Relax for a moment. You can pat yourself on the back here. And this next one is going to be a pattern. So we're going to do inchworm center, inchworm left, inchworm right. Hips hike up, hips hike left, hips hike right. So that's the pattern. So from plank, here we go. Bend the knees center and straighten them. Bend the knees left and straighten them. Bend the knees right and straighten them. Now here we go. Hip lift up, hip lift left, hip lift right. And recover. Child's pose. Grab a sip. Super good. What a Monday, huh? Can you believe how strong you are? It's awesome. This next one, these are some side planks. So you're going to put your, well, I'm going to grab a mat, but you're going to put your forearm on the floor. And if you want an extra mat like me, because when you're on one elbow, it's all your body weight there. So I like that. So your feet are going to be on the roller if you would like. Now you don't have to. You can also just do this on a normal mat. Otherwise, hold 10. Side plank. Woo! 2, 3. Now also breathing and head back. Pretend there is a wall behind your head. Yes. And that was good, Catherine. Inhale. Lower your hip. In other words, you never collapse. Nice, Michelle. Hip looks good. Let's go to the other side. Now I'm going to shift the foam roller. So we're doing some side planks in this next block of moves. Here we go. Lift up, head against an imaginary wall. And I like to stretch out both hands. Woo, hips look good. Michelle, I hope that means both of them looked good. I hope that's good news. 5, 4. Keep breathing. Notice how it feels to have the head in the right place. Feels good. 2. Inhale. Lower. We're going to add on some rotations. And the pattern is going to be rotation, which is thread the needle, paint the sky. So we're going to do a pattern. So also good for the brain because we're exercising. So the rotation is first. So thread a needle, paint a sky, thread a needle, paint a sky, thread a needle, paint a sky. 2 more sets. Thread a needle, paint a sky, thread a needle, paint a sky, lower the hip. You did great. The other position, so your block, your foam rollers on one end. Here we go. Now, the pattern, I know you remember it, is thread a needle. Here we go. One thread, one paint the sky. Enjoy that one. Thread, enjoy both of them. Paint the sky. Oh, got a little extra stretch. When you think about it, you can do a little more, can't you? 4, 4, 5, and 5. Nice. Lower that down. Woo! All right, let's get this over on the other side. This one's going to be enjoyable. 5 arm circles each way. So I'm actually going to scoot forward so that the wall doesn't impair my range of motion. So make sure you have plenty of room for your top arm. Take one arm down, one arm up. Here we go. Make sure you have enough room. This arm that's in the air is big, so I'm trying to go way far back. Yep. 2. Like leg circles, but for the arm. Head back, head back, head back. Breathe. All right, here we go. We've got 5 and 5, guys. Especially this whole back side. That's where the shoulder doesn't get it during the day so much. One more, leave your hip lifted, and then come down. Gorgeous. I hope that felt great. I love those. Now, your setup is a side plank. This top arm, big, big circles. So I like to really work that back end. 1, head back against a wall. 2, breathe in. 3, 4. All right, we're gonna do the other way. 5, 4, 3, and then lower. Woo! Nice job. All right, now let's take the roller on the other side. We're gonna do pulses. So it's very small, 2 inches maybe. We're gonna go to side plank. Your option is to hold it steady. I'm gonna have my hand right here like a triangle. If you care to add on, lift your hip. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lower, nice. So other side, you've got this rib to pelvis connection. You're not thrusting your ribs forward and you're not pushing your head forward. So that bottom oblique should be feeling it. Here's our hands up. And if you'd like to add on, 10. So you should feel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then lower. Nice job. Good job. All right, so grab a sip. We're going to change it up a little bit. New block. And I want you to know you can always do a stretch if you care to, because I know these are wristy. So the first move possibility is reverse table. And the option here is, I'm going to move this out of the way, bend your elbows at least 10 triceps and lift your hips. Triceps are so important. And 5, 6, and you can see I'm adding a hip lift. 7 after I lengthen my elbows. 8, so I'm not letting my hips stay down. 9, 10. Now we do get a reward. Let's take one hand forward, pull the fingers down. Ah, yep, I like those. And then one hand forward, pull the fingers down. Ah. This is where you can tell if you've used your wrist. All right, I'm going to do that newer stretch. Right arm on top, thumb down. So you see I'm left arm goes over. Hold hands. And let your top hand pull your bottom hand towards your outer. So I'm going to show you kind of from here, I pulled. Yep. If you don't feel it, just make something up because there's something in there. I just know it. Yeah. Now take the left hand down, thumbs down. Right hand on top. Cross it. Hold hands with yourself. Your top hand pulls back so your right or your bottom arm gets that forearm stretch. Pull, pull, pull. The top hand's doing the work. The bottom hand's receiving a stretch. Both shoulders are down. and then just shake it out. Nice. Now we've got another wristy one, but I do want to offer it. If you don't need to do it, you can do a bound angle. But this is a long reverse plank. Now we're just going to hold. We're not going to do the tricep press. So if you want, I like the roller on this, but hold. 10, 2, good. 3. Now, if those of you that want something extra, go for a leg pull, you can. If you're like, hey, this is all I can do anyway with my wrist, just do the best you can. And 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let it down. We're going to do a little hand stretch. So one is hold hands with yourself and then draw circles. So this is a carpal massage circulation. This is a Thai yoga move that I do on people that I learned in Thai yoga school, but I like to do it as a stretch here. Prayer pose down, and you're going to feel like you're tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, ulnar nerve, thumb with the first finger, flip your hands and do eye goggles. 5, 4, good. 3, if you've ever had paresthesia or like a numbness in your hands, these are all nice. Now this one's out wide, and act like I'm behind you and I'm pulling your hands. Catherine, we're gonna do that one too. So flip your hand and do it the other way. We're doing both ways. Yep. Yeah, so you can't get it wrong because we're gonna do both ways. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And this is for posture. Do you feel that one? Cow face. Try to be even in your shoulders, your ribs, your clavicles, so you're not shifting over. The tendency is to dip into the side that's behind you. Breathe in. Other side, Cleopatra, switch it. Try not to dip into the arm that's behind you. Try to stay tall. Head back against the forearm. These are all stretches to help prevent forward head and tech neck and rounded upper back. Yep, breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Now either a prayer pose in front of you or behind you. The prayer pose behind you is for the prevention of rounded shoulders. Go up high, press the palms totally together. 5. Can you feel your shoulders open and your head over your spine so you're not leaning forward, you're upright. When you pull your head back, notice how it influences your thoracic spine. It keeps that spine open. Breathe in. Nice. And now this is just release. Just let it go. I call it knocking on, or I don't call it, this is a Qigong move, knocking on the door of life. Just let it go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take 21 planks in a row. You can do it with or without your, we're going to do a few what I call functional fitness challenges. All right, so one is, I'm going to bring my mat over here, just 21 planks. So each one's good. It's not that rushed. It's more like that your form is important. So I'm going to add the roller as a challenge, and here we go with 1 plank. Now open up to a side plank. 2, and I'll try to count with this. So this is front plank 3. This is side plank 4. Front plank 5. Side plank and 6. Good. Front plank 7. Head back. Side plank 8. Front plank 9. Side plank 10. Front plank 11. Side plank 12. Front plank 13, side plank 14, front plank 15, side plank 16, front plank 17, 18, 19, and then 20. All right, and then 21. That evens us up. Good. Now you can do whatever you need, any kind of child's pose, toe under. The next fun challenge is push-ups that you can do any way you want, but I'd like you to complete at least 10. So standing on the wall, knees down, knees long, plank, you just do 10 and see what happens. Here we go, bend, and 2, good, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, pat yourself on the back, and let's add the toe under stretch, shall we? Nice, stretch it. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to give the modification first on this. So, Catherine, when you and I talked about squats, I wanted to make sure if this squat hurts you, this is a great backup plan because you don't have body weight on it and it's free. If the option is that if you would like to, anyone you, plural you, this is a, some people call it a third world squat. Malasana is a yoga name. So, low squat. So, yes, so just see if you can touch your heels down. If not, sometimes it helps to double up a mat behind your heels. If you are down, so I'm down, I have to make sure my arches are lifted. I never want to collapse in the feet. So one way to do that is lift your toes. That activates your posterior tibialis, and then lower your toes, and there you've got it. I like to add the hand stretch. Please know this is an option, but a functional fitness or youth test is to stand up with no hands. Please listen to your body. And then to lower down. Good. Nice job. Good. All right, we'll have a seat and we're going to hold this for 10 seconds. Your choice. So a functional fitness test. These are some that I've made up and some that I've studied. But the feet lift, that's one. Step 2 would be legs long. Here we go. Hold 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, guys, now we're going to stand up any way you want. I'm going to offer that you stand up another way without your hands. That's a functional fitness. So I'm going to do crisscross applesauce. When you're up, functional balance. Tree pose is one-legged balance. Really, a minute would be a fitness challenge. So I want to do at least 30 seconds right now. So get ready. All right, go for it. We're doing 30 seconds. You can do whatever you want with your arms. Up, yeah. So we'll do at least 30 seconds. One-legged balance is critical to prevent falls. I don't think anyone here is on over 5 meds, but if you are, that puts your chances of falling significantly higher. The most vulnerable time is when you're at night, you get up from sleep and you go to the restroom. So if you do that, sit on your bed for a moment, stand up, sit, wait for a minute, and then go to your bed. And other ways have firm rugs down, don't have any loose rugs, and have a well-lit path. That was 30 seconds. Let's do the other side. Good. You came out of it better than I did, more gracefully. Michelle, the hands are part of it. All right, 30 seconds from here, guys. This is called static balance. And even though we move a little bit, we're not deliberately trying to, change our arms or throw a ball. That would be one thing I'd like to do with you guys. There's some neat balances where you throw a ball and catch it while you're in a balance pose. But we're going to do some close to that things. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Now, dynamic balance. I'm going to have us do 5 circles each way. Try not to touch the ground. Try not to touch your hands to anything. Make it bigger for a bigger challenge. So dynamic balance. 5. You guys have an edge up on the rest of the world because you are doing these. I love it. 2, we do maintenance. All right, now, of course, 5 the other way. Try not to touch. This leg's working. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this leg comes down. Take a breath. That's your energy. That's going to drive your cells for healthy metabolism. Healthy metabolic, profile. Healthy metabolism. So here we are. Breathe in. 2. All right, that was great. Now this one's blind tree. I'm going to just count to 10. But you lift up a foot. I'm going to keep it low. Why? Because we're going to be shutting our eyes. Now, if it's too concerning to shut your eyes, just look at a soft eyelashes. But here we go. Try to close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo! Aha! That one's harder, and maybe I'll practice that more often with this. But yay! So that was a good Good one. Here we go. When you feel ready, and I've got a lower tree, here we go. Close the eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you have to touch, do, and then just come back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. How'd it go? Great. Terrific. All right, this one is a little challenge like warrior. So the plane, when you change your vestibular plane, it changes, it's challenging to your balance. So I'm gonna put us in a different plane. It's warrior 3. Hold static for 10. Now we're gonna add dynamic by pulsing the leg 10. Come back to neutral. Take a breath. That's going to fuel your cells for energy. For me, it also makes sure I wasn't holding my breath. Okay, hold warrior 3, which is like a parallel to the floor pose, best you can get, or a diagonal. Now just static for 10. Adding on dynamic, pulse 10. Inhale. Lower. Hot dog, guys. All right, let's head down. Your challenge is to go down without using your hands. I'm going to do a crisscross applesauce down to the floor. No plopping allowed. Yeah, there you go. That should be our theme for the rest of life, right? No plopping. If you hear someone else plop into a chair, you want to say, that's my reminder not to plop. Let's do a rotation. Arm out. Here we go. Breathe. Ooh. Let it all go. All right, inhale, and then exhale, go to the other side. So knee down twist, one arm's down, and one arm's out like a T. Yeah, and look that way, and then close your eyes, enjoy. Relax, and let everything go. Let everything go. And then let yourself lie on your back. And if you have your foam roller and you want to lie on it, your upper back is the part that we're getting here. Now, you could put a yoga block, or I'm just going to be efficient and put my hands here. And I know, Michelle, you're probably going to remember this. Your knees can go wide if you'd like an inner thigh stretch. And the modifications would be to put a block or a half block or a pillow under your head or your booty. Upper back, now really let that upper back go. It's the part that can get rounded, but we don't let it. We do a lot to do prevention. Now when you're ready, slowly come up to seated and just take a moment to notice how you feel. You can move the spine, find out where is the easiest place. Find out where you can just have that ear in line with the shoulder from the side view. And notice how your spine feels. Notice how your body feels. And we'll take a moment to cover the hands to the heart and just bathe and bask in this feeling of wellness. And this feeling of empowerment when you take care of your body, take care of your focus, take care of your spirit. So today I'm going to notice how it feels to be so